So a live action of the hit game Twisted Metal is now out on Peacocks streaming service. So for the next few videos we are going to take a look at each episode from the first season. But before we start, subscribe now if you have already watched the whole series. If not, this is the spoiler warning now. Be sure to watch the series before watching this video. With that out of the way, let's get started. The first episode of the Twisted Metal TV series is titled WLUDRV, and it introduces us to the show's cinematic universe. The story is set in an apocalyptic future where 20 years ago a mysterious bug made all computers non-operational. Due to our intimate connection and square dependence on technology, life descended into anarchy. Power grids failed, all notions of civil life eroded, and cities walled themselves for protection. There were those who remained inside and others who were relegated to the outside. The latter were primarily criminals and thugs who were a menace to society. But there was also a third category of people, like our charming protagonist John Doe, Anthony Mackie. These milkmen served as delivery men who risked their lives and went from city to city delivering packages in return for commissions. John Doe's life turns around when he visits New San Francisco. He is called inside by their new COO, Raven, which is a huge deal. John is naturally confused and his skeptical assertions come true when he learns why Raven needs him. She wants him to deliver a package that is in New Chicago. That place is quite far off and too risky to travel to alone. Raven recognizes that it would take something extraordinary to convince him. So, she gives him a tour of the place and a chance of redemption, a place he can call home. You see, most of these closed-off colonies are just like normal life, with some added scrutiny and security. In fact, they are normal life. Seeing the stakes, John agrees to bring the package from New Chicago back to New San Francisco, where he will be made an official citizen by Raven. Before he leaves, John has dinner with Raven's family. Her husband Noah brings in their newborn, Dove, who is particularly peculiar to John. He has never seen a baby before, and seeing the family reminds him of his own. His parents did not survive the apocalypse, and he has a photo of them that he frequently looks at longingly. John begins his adventures with only 10 days to complete the mission. Any second later and the deal expires. Now John does not know what is in the package, so there are definitely surprises waiting for him ahead. There is a surprise behind him as well that he isn't able to see. Noah isn't Raven's husband and Dove isn't their baby. This was all a ruse to get John to deliver the package. So from this episode, what were some of the best moments that fans enjoyed? Here are the 5 best moments from the first episode of the Twisted Metal TV series. The opening scene where John Doe, Anthony Mackie, speeds through a mall while trying to evade gun-toting thugs who want to steal his cargo. After successfully surviving the bullet storm, Doe drives his vehicle through the shopping center's exit and goes about his day. The introduction of John Doe as a milkman who serves as a delivery man, risking his life to go from city to city delivering packages in return for commissions. The introduction of Raven, the new COO of New San Francisco, who offers John Doe a chance at redemption and a place he can call home if he agrees to deliver a package from New Chicago back to New San Francisco. The dinner scene where John Doe meets Raven's family and is particularly intrigued by their newborn, Dove, as he has never seen a baby before and it reminds him of his own family. The twist at the end of the episode where it is revealed that Noah isn't Raven's husband and Dove isn't their baby, and that it was all a ruse to get John to deliver the package. These are just some of the many exciting moments in the first episode of Twisted Metal. Now if you look a little closer in the episode, you may have seen some Easter eggs from the Twisted Metal games. The first episode of the Twisted Metal TV series is packed with Easter eggs and references that fans of the game series will appreciate. Here are some of the Easter eggs that can be seen in the first episode. John Doe, the series' main character, John Doe, is based on the character of the same name from Twisted Metal, Black. In this game, John Doe is an amnesiac patient of Blackfield Asylum who is desperate to remember his past. The TV series adapts the character pretty faithfully, and the John we meet here also suffers from unexplained amnesia and struggles to remember anything before waking up in his car one day. A familiar game case, the opening battle sequence for Twisted Metal is pretty intense and gives viewers a good slice of the series' action-packed and darkly comedic tone. John Doe is introduced while he's in the middle of a fight in an abandoned mall against 3 vengeful brothers who want to steal the cargo he's carrying. Sweet Tooth's appearance, fans had to wait until the end of the first episode to meet Sweet Tooth, the masked serial killer. John Doe's car, Evelyn, is a nod to the roadkill vehicle from the Twisted Metal games. In the games, Roadkill is a rusty old car armed with machine guns and driven by John Doe. Calypso, the character of Calypso, who is the mastermind behind the Twisted Metal tournament in the games, is referenced several times throughout the series. In one scene, John Doe mentions that he's heard rumors of a man named Calypso who grants wishes to those who win his tournament. These are just some of the many Easter eggs that can be found in the first episode of Twisted Metal. What others did you discover? Be sure to leave a comment below with other Easter eggs. So who appeared in this episode? Was there any original characters made just for this show? Well, in the first episode of the Twisted Metal TV series introduces several characters from the Twisted Metal game series. Some of the characters that debut in this episode are John Doe, played by Anthony Mackie, an amnesiac courier tasked with driving across a post-apocalyptic wasteland to deliver a mysterious package. Raven, played by Neve Campbell, a higher-up in the walled city of New San Francisco who sends John Doe out to deliver a package with the promise that she'll grant a wish if he does so. Sweet Tooth, played by Samoa Joe and voiced by Will Arnett, the most infamous character from the Twisted Metal franchise, who is a former child star whose jealousy over his co-star drives him into a murderous rage that gets him sent to an asylum. Quiet, played by Stephanie Beatriz, Doe's companion, who accompanies him on his journey. These are some of the main characters that debut in the first episode of the Twisted Metal TV series. There are a number of characters that appeared in the show, so be sure to subscribe when we post shorts on each listed character in the show. With this we will be concluding this video. Thank you for watching, and if you have the time, take a look at another video on the screen now. We hope to see you again.